Hi, everyone. A few ideas to share with you. My name is Khalil. I am the director of Faith Matters Islamic Center located in Maryland. Uh, I'd like to talk to you about the Islamic concept of peace. In the Muslim faith, Allah, God, is the source of peace. The root word for Islam, the religion of Muslims, is salamin. Salam, meaning peace, would suggest that the source of life is peace, the governance of life is peace, and the goal of life is peace. Allah is the source of peace on earth. The Quran says it this way: He is Allah, and there is no God besides him, the sovereign, the Holy One, the source of peace, the best owner of security, the protector, the Almighty, the one that subdues, the exhausted. Holy is Allah, far above anything that they associate with him. The Quran declares that Allah is the absolute source and the provider of peace and security. Dr. El Farouki writes that the New World Order Islam advocate is an order of peace. War and hostility must be banished from the earth forever for the sake of humanity. Peace is open to all of mankind, individuals and groups, and Muslims are commanded to maintain it. Even if opponents to Muslims and Islam incline to peace, Muslims must incline to it as well and put their trust in Allah. It is inhuman to reject an offer of peace from anyone because it is an affront to the dignity of people who are being invited to enter into peaceful interaction. What are the ethical and moral implications? The Holy Quran says, "We have constituted you into peoples and tribes that you may know one another. The most noblest among you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you." The ethical and moral implications of righteousness is essential for peaceful, economic, social interactions and development. It is Dr. Ishmael F. Farouki who wrote, "Among all economic, beyond all economic and social intercourse stands the Islamic claim that mankind is guided to develop and establish a new order of universal peace. An order of communications where people are free to give and to take, to hear and be heard, to convince and be convinced of the truth. To prevent him or her from conversing with another human being is an attack upon their dignity, hence an act of aggression against the individual. Islam requires non-aggression, freedom of religion, and freedom of speech. The Muslim community is duty bound by the Quran to proclaim the Word of God, but in a special way. The Quran says, "Invite all to a way of their Lord with wisdom and beautiful preaching, and argue with them in ways that are best and most gracious. For thou Lord knows best who have strayed from his path and who receive guidance. And be patient, for thou patience is from Allah. Nor grieve over them, or distress not thyself because of their plots. For Allah is with those who restrain themselves and who do good." The governing principle is respectful invitation to non-Muslims to Islam and trust in Allah to bring people of faith together in peace without coercion, without forcing religion upon them. Finally, the Quran invites us to establish a society that includes not only Christians and Jews and other communities as members, but the whole of humanity. It is therefore necessary that its rules and regulation be ample enough to provide an arrangement in which all communities would live in peace, justice, in order to interact with one another with mutual respect. Peace and justice are survival values. Peace to everyone. Thank you for listening.